There's not a single day that passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when I see.
And welcome back, beautiful people, to Will of Iron Gaming. My name is David Bailey.
My name is Eli.
And welcome back to Bloodborne. Because we hate ourselves and this game is amazing. And we want to hate ourselves to show you it's amazing.
You are absolutely correct on that statement.
Oh man, because that is 100% this game. There is no other depiction of it. This game is just a slogfest.
Yeah, sometimes it can be.
It can be, but all jokes aside, it's honestly one of the best games in the world. Hashtag praise the echoes. But anyway. Enough fawning over the game though. Oh man. I'm getting my ass handed to me and I died. Oh man. I need to not just run through like I'm a strength build and actually play the game.
Maybe a little bit. Might be a good idea.
Just a smidgen. I feel like I'm getting nervous and I'm just rushing it. And I just need to go. We're good. We got this, guys. Oh man. 'Cause yeah. I know I started this story last time, but yeah, first time I played this game was a couple months after it came out. I started it that like May or June. I was working at Walmart at the time, and a buddy of mine was like, he was like, hey, have you ever played Dark Souls and Bloodborne? I was like, well, no. He's like, oh, well, why don't you pick up Bloodborne? You got a PS4, it just came out, I'll help you through it. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. Started playing the game and got all the way through the Cleric Beast, and I was just absolutely enthralled with it. Okay, that was a lot better. That was a lot better that time. I feel like I'm not going to suck ass at it.
Let's hope not.
Hopefully. Everyone says that about Bloodborne, but they never mean it, because they will always suck ass. What? Oh god, fire.
Fire hurts.
Fire hurt. That's not good. I didn't think I was that far over. Anyway, what about you, Eli?
So, I got Bloodborne... Well, no, I did get it the day it came out. I had it pre-ordered because I was a huge fan of the Dark Souls series, and I knew it was more Dark Souls, so I just wanted it. Let's see. Most of the time when I play a Dark Souls game, I end up restarting about 4 or 5 times because I just always mess up and never find the right path. It just goes horribly wrong all the time. So it was pretty much the same story with this one. A lot of resets until eventually I figured out stuff that worked for me, saw some good videos on some weapons that I wanted to use, so I was like, I better go get them. And then after that, it just kind of fell off because I hit a pretty big wall, and PvP just got the best of me. Yeah,
I feel that. The PvP in this game, so for those of you that are unfamiliar with it, you may see it later on in the game. I don't really know how active the servers are anymore, but you'll definitely see the PvP maybe later on. Because people would literally, kind of like with Dark Souls, they can just invade your world, and just to start messing with you. And it gets pretty gruesome sometimes. Sometimes it gets pretty fun. I know at the height of the game, it was getting pretty bad. I actually was one of those terrible people that would hunt people near the end of the game.
Oh, I didn't do it near the end of the game. I think I was maybe at a halfway point. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, see, those are the people that just see, I always hunted people at end game. It was always this one specific area. I won't, for spoiler's sake, I won't say which one, but there was always a specific area that I avoided, that I would go to hunt people, because I really was the only place that I would get the experience out of it. I'd go and I'd hunt them, and they'd finally, they'd be roughly the level that I was. But then I started getting into New Game Plus, and then that whole thing kind of went downhill, and nobody had enough Blood Echoes for me.
Yeah, I don't know, at that midway point, once I hit that wall, I was just like, well, I mean, if I just keep invading, eventually I'll get enough Blood Echoes to level up, get stronger, so I can go kill whatever boss. Yeah, that never happened.
Yeah, see, for me, it was, I almost got walled a couple times in this game. Luckily, I was very fortunate to have somebody that actually taught me very early on. Shout out to my buddy AJ for teaching me literally everything I know about this game and this franchise, because this game is what got me into Bloodborne, you know, obviously. Also what got me into Dark Souls and to the whole franchise. I've since completed all of them except for Demon Souls is the only one that I still have yet to finish. Oh, whooped. Hi, buddy. We're gonna shoot you in the face, and then I'm gonna stick my hand in your chest if that's alright. Because
That was one thing that I never really understood for the parry animations, is why you just shoved your hand in them.
yeah, I don't know. If anyone actually has a legit, like, explanation, reason, please do share. Like, I don't know where they came up with these parry animations. If it's like a legit thing from like a point, like a martial arts move or something, I don't know. Like, I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, because that threw me off at first, because one thing that I really liked about the Dark Souls games was all of the different parry animations that you'd see with different weapons, depending on what you were using. So then when I started playing this one, and I was like, wait, it's all just the same thing? I guess.
I'll show you how to pro and fail.
Are you ready? Because you got another dog and two guys coming at you.
Alright, here we go. Oh, I didn't save enough stamina to dodge. We good still. We good still. Alright. And oop. I missed him on the first one, got him on the upswing. Woo! Oh, and replenishing them vials. And them bullets. Oh, look at that. It's like I'm already ready to go fight the cleric beast.
I mean, maybe. You still have two big guys to clear out up here, right?
Yeah, I'm going to actually make a little detour though.
Okay.
Get some stuffs before I fight that cleric beast. Because there's some new armor down here that I would much rather have to fight him.
I mean, the armor doesn't do anything.
I mean, you take less damage.
Really?
Against cleric beast, actually, yes.
Oh.
That's actually why this armor is, fun fact, the developers hid it down here is because it's guarded by beast characters, because the armor actually gives you, the type of damage that beasts usually do, which is slash type damage. That's the type of resistance that the normal hunter's armor gives you.
Okay. I was actually completely unaware of that. For most of the armor, I figured it was all just a cosmetic look.
No, dude. All of the armor, I'll teach you the ways. The armor actually all of the armors have stat differences, stat bonuses, and values. Reasons to use different armor in different situations, stuff like that. Like, when you fight, there's a boss that uses strictly arcane attacks later on.
Okay.
And you want to use an armor set that, even though it physically doesn't defend for jack, it defends arcanely, and so that way all of his magic just ends up being.
He's coming.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's about to come back down.
Bad plan. Bad plans are bad. Oh no, there's rats. Oh, I might have screwed this up. Let's see. Let's see here. Can I figure this out? Bad rats. Bad rats. Oh. Okay. I'm not as far down the sewer as I thought. I might be able to pick this up still.
I think you got it.
Okay. Okay. We're good. That was bad decisions are bad.
Wait, there's throwing knives in this
Can you
game?
get back down here, please? Yeah, did you not know about that?
No, I figured it was just like Molotovs, rocks, other stuff.
Yeah, there's straight up throwing knives in this game. There's also poison throwing knives as well. Oh, that was lame.
He whiffed. There you go. Now he's dead. Wait, what?
Alright.
He's got that magic pixel.
Yeah, he did. Oh, he got that magic 1 HP, boy. Oh, man. Oh, and this guy. Oh my god, this guy freaking trolled me forever trying to get this armor. Because I walked up to it and I was like, hey, sweet, free armor. I had no idea that, like, I didn't even see him the first time I went to go get it. Turned around and he was just there. Stabbed me did that little attack where he could stab you in the chest and then they throw you.
Yeah.
And he just launched me off the back edge right here, completely just killing me. Oh, it was great, but it was terrible at the same time.
That happened to me in my first ever attempted run, and then I quickly went, and just ran right past it.
Yeah, see, like right here, if you look at the damage reduction on the right here on the stats, physical damage is increased to 50. Blunt versus blunt type damage is 50 versus thrust is 40. Blood defense is 50. Fire is up to 50. Doesn't have as good as resistance to slow poison, but better resistance to rapid for poison, frenzy, and beasthood. All the armor in the game has differing stats, and so that's why to build like the most optimal build for a character, you need to sometimes meld different armor pieces together to give you a more diversified diversified defensive mechanics for certain bosses.
Okay.
Or for other bosses, there are some bosses that you just want to stack up on thing. Like with Cleric Beast, you want to just stack up on as much physical defense as you can, so that way he can, that way you just survive the fight longer. You have a better chance of winning.
Okay.
Because this armor, the reason that they give it to you right when they do, they give you all the, fun fact, they give you all of the armor they do in the areas they do because of game development. For a specific, like, specifically for a reason, and like they did a really good job, I think, with the placement of it, because it's not too early on that you ever pick up an armor set, but you pick them up pretty regularly, though, as through a pretty regular pace throughout the course of the game. And you find about midway through an area, I would say, is when you usually find like the armor set for that area. Either way, but yeah, it's fantastic. I think it's a really cool thing. We'll talk more about it probably just as the game goes on and I get more of the armor sets and stuff like that. But
I mean, this honestly explains so much as to why almost all of my playthroughs were just absolute garbage.
Yeah. No, yeah. You actually have to look at the stat bonuses and whatnot, because it took me a while to, because ineptly it takes you a while, because like after you find this armor, I think it takes you a little while to find any more like actual sets of armor. Yeah, I don't think you find any more until you get to Old Yarnum.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah, you don't find any more until Old Yarnum.
Which I guess, sure. I mean, technically that is pretty much where the next boss is.
It's technically the next area, but it's also technically a side area. You don't actually have to go to Old Yarnum. Some people don't end up finding it.
Yeah, I remember looking for it and being like, what?
Yeah.
And then when I found it, I was like, wait a second.
I just accidentally stumbled into it. So we're going to throw that at you, so that way I can just get you over here. Because I don't want to fight two of you at once. Can we not with that, please? I just want to... Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't like this. Oh, no, there's two! Alright, we're switching back to the Molotov. Nailed that one. Dodge out of the way. Oh, I'm trying to save these for the Cleric Beast. Come on, I don't want to use up these Molotovs. Can you... What are we doing?
He's thinking.
Standoff. Here we go. Ah! Oh, smack. Oh, smack. Okay. Woo! I don't know why I'm not doing that.
Your switch attacks?
Yeah.
Might be useful, I don't know.
No, it is.
I know.
That's actually the actual speedrun tactic. If you swing and then use your second attack as your L1, it actually A, deals more damage, and B, gives you a more likelihood of hitting an enemy even if they do a dodging backwards animation, because you get more of a range.
Well, especially with this weapon. I mean,
Yeah, that's why actually I think this is what is the optimized weapon for most categories. I've watched a lot of stuff about this game.
I have not watched nearly as much.
Yeah, this game was like my life basically for a solid year and a half. I just played reruns of this mostly, just new game plus after new game plus after new game plus, to the point where I got super good at it, and I feel like the skills have dulled. I'm definitely not as good as I was online. I feel like the dust is starting to come off a little bit, though.
You can see it.
I feel like it's starting to come off, but we're here, though, guys. Boss number 1, the Cleric Beast. Come on, buddy. This guy, he scared the crap out of me the first time that I played this game. I had no idea he was there. He was just there, and I was like, oh, alright, I guess this is a boss fight. No, because there was no indication of it. No plan for it. You don't really expect it when it happens, and he's just there.
So, for me, I actually kind of had this boss fight spoiled. I was basically just really looking forward to this game, so I was looking up anything I could see about it, any gameplay I could watch of it. And one of the early events they did for it, this was the first fight that they ever showcased for a boss. So, needless to say... Oh, you didn't get it.
I missed it. I missed it. No!
That's okay. You'll get him.
I know, but I would have gotten him so much faster. This boss is really super easy if you just kind of hang out by his right side and just kind of swing.
Well, it's just
I
about...
say that as I'm getting smashed.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Alright, buddy. It's time to cool down. I need some anus smashing time, please.
Wreck his butt.
That's the plan. That's the plan with most giant things in Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Just smack it in the booty.
I mean, a lot of bosses in most games, if you just stick to one side and circle strafe it, you're good. I think it's dead.
Yeah! Boss number 1 is down! Prey has been slaughtered! Oh man, which means this is the first official passing of the controller.
Oh god.
For the first episode, because I was playing for the majority of that one, if you guys couldn't tell. Because yeah, as we I guess we should have brought that up in the very beginning, but oh, are you? Oh yeah. So this is the first time we were before using just a regular PlayStation 4 controller, and I decided that this time, out of left field, I was going to use my new Astro C40 controller that I had bought not too terribly long ago. The buttons are not mapped to anything awkward, so don't worry about that. Everything should be just like a normal PlayStation 4 controller.
This is circle, though.
Yeah, that's circle, and the other back bumper is X. For people that don't know what the C40 is, it's like the Elite controller for the PlayStation 4. That is not the Scuff Vantage.
I mean, it feels nice.
Yeah,
that's a plus.
I absolutely love it. Like, personally, I've used both the Scuff Vantage and the Astro, and I really like both of. Really like the Astro. Ooh, there it is. See that that little item right there? Ooh. And the lady. But that item right there is actually something that you...
Oh, the bells.
The bells. Something that you get after you collect your first bits of insight, because as you can see, that little second currency that was below our blood echoes finally has filled up. That is insight. Insight in this game is knowledge of the gods, knowledge of the old ones, and so that doll that was ominously sitting there is now available for us to actually... Yeah, she's alive. She's available for us to talk to.
I am a doll. here in this dream to look
I did not
after
realize you were in the dream.
honorable hunter.
Yeah.
Pursue the
Kinda
echoes
teleported
of blood,
back.
Ooh, pursue the echoes.
and I will channel them into your strength.
Get that strength.
You will hunt beasts to embolden your sickly spirit.
Alright, guys. And well, what this does is leads us to blood echoes. So we're able to go ahead and we can actually utilize these to
Well,
finally get to leveling
let
up.
the
Sorry about
echoes
that small
become your
interruption.
strength.
I think Eli was
Let
getting
me
a
stand
phone call
close.
or something. I don't know.
Things kind of
Yeah,
happen.
things happen. Things happen. It happens. It's whatever. But yeah, so you can actually go in and now we can go through, and now that the first boss is dead, we can go in and we can actually use
stronger.
our blood echoes
Get the strengths.
to get our strength. So what we can do is we can go into the game and we can boost up strength. So that way boost up our strength or our vitality to get more HP, endurance, stuff like that. So that way, because just like what I was trying to say at the beginning in the first episode, you are not specific to. You don't have to stick strictly to the stat pool that you get when you choose at the beginning. Like, you can change your character, you can versify it, you can level it up and make it stronger and change how. So if you feel like, that's why if I think if you're new to the game, you should choose the military veteran, honestly, because it gives you the best overall experience with all of the weapons, so you can decide for yourself, do you want to do a heavy build, do you want to do a light build. If it's your first time playing, do not do an arcane build. Just don't. Do not. You will get wrecked upon. But yeah, so how do fill up the stats however you feel like it'd be good, Eli, because I'm leaving the leveling 100% up to you in this, because this is your first like ever completion playthrough.
See, this is where I normally mess horribly. I mess everything up.
Do you want? I will leave it all up to you, but I will give you this piece of advice.
Yeah.
Can I see the controller real quick just to show you something? So, I will show you what we will cancel these changes.
Okay.
And back off from this lady. Farewell, good hunter. All right. So, oh, wrong button. Playing .hack, and I've been tried to access the inventory. So when you want to go in and you want to see what you want to level up, look at your attribute bonus and your stat pools off to the right. So if you look at your attribute bonus, the saw cleaver is a D in strength, an E in skill, and a D in arcane. But it uses both strength and skill, not one necessarily or the other.
So we level up arcane is what you're telling me.
No. Because it doesn't have an attribute requirement for arcane.
I know.
So what that D in arcane is meaning is that you later on you can slot a blood gem that gives it arcane damage.
Gotcha.
But the strength and the skill, though, what those two are, is what you want to do is balance out. If you want to stick with the saw cleaver, you want to balance out between your strength and your skill. And once you start leveling up your strength to a point where you start seeing the damage done by the saw cleaver is only getting boosted, you want to always check which one gives you more of a stat damage increase, your strength or your skill.
Okay.
When you're using heavy weapons, just do strength. If you're doing a light weapon, just do skill. But you always want to look at your weapon first, because the one that is the higher rating, the higher grade bonus is the one that you get the better bonus from.
Okay.
But you still have, you can level, eventually you'll level up strength so much though that you'll only get 1 point.
Yeah, you'll hit a soft cap.
And then not just a soft cap, but say you'll level up, it'll happen in 3 levels, 4 levels. Well, you'll only get 1 point extra until you level up your skill, because it is dependent on skill as well. So you'll start getting 3 point, 4 point damage bonuses for doing skill, and then vice versa. If your skill gets too far ahead, then you have to start doing strength to get that damage up, and vice versa.
Okay.
So it's very much a play of managing your strength and your skill, your endurance and your vitality.
Okay.
If
I didn't
you're,
realize that it was so much of a balancing act.
yeah,
Because I would always just power level strength.
no,
And then if I needed to upgrade, get my skill up a bit to use a certain weapon, I'd do it that way.
you only want to power level your strength when you are using a weapon specifically for it. This game is very much unlike Dark Souls to the fact that it wants you to do its thing. Like, it wants you to make an actual build and stick to the build and make it like the game wants you to, because if you don't, you're not going to do the damage output required, and then you're going to get your butt kicked by anything that comes towards you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I feel this is good.
Yeah. That would be, personally, what I would recommend.
And we're doing it.
Yeah, go for it.
No going back.
Heck yeah. But Zerker level 16.
We're doing
But anyway,
it.
man, we are over on time, though.
I noticed.
Yeah, so we are going to be calling this one an episode, guys. So next time we'll be starting off with Eli taking the reins, taking us to boss number 2. Because I managed to just completely derail the thought process of what we were going to do, which was take a couple episodes probably to get to Cleric Beast, and I steamrolled him in 20 minutes. So.
We just never know.
Welcome to Bloodborne, where things kind of happen sometimes. Yay! Oh yeah, and so that item that we picked up from the Cleric Beast, the Sword Hunter's badge, if you want to pull that up real quick, Eli, it's going to be in the key. There, right there, Sword Hunter badge. So that is, all those items are things that you can pick up that let you purchase new weapons inside of the messenger shop. And anytime that you pick up any one of those items, you usually get them from like hidden chests in an area, or you get them usually from killing bosses. But you get them for, and what they do is you can go in, if you want to pull it up in the messenger shop real quick, Eli. The Sword Hunter badge lets you buy the Kirk Hammer, which is the first of the weapons. And then later on, there'll be one that will let you, and this is why it doesn't really matter, honestly, which of the weapons you pick in the beginning, because later on, it also gives you the ability to, you find a badge to be able to purchase the 3 weapons from the beginning of the game, and you find a badge, and that's how, you find badges, and that's how you're able to get more and more equipment. But anyway, guys, I'm going to quit rambling. We'll get into this at a later date. Thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Bloodborne. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down there, a comment, let us know how we did. And if you really did enjoy, want to keep up to date with everything going on, leave us a subscription. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great day.
Bye.